Oh my god, don't even look at my hands. I ripped off my nails. I can't even talk about it.
Whenever someone posts a picture on Instagram that's also like a fellow influencer, I know how much work I put into just one image, so I know how much work they did too. Like,
clearly I'm not gonna launch with something that like it's like unheard of to my audience. Like I wanna give my audience what they want.
Exactly.
Hey guys, welcome to an all-new episode of HBFIT TV. We are here with Marianna Hewitt, who has been one of my favorite beauty bloggers for the longest time, and I've had the pleasure of working with you before, so we've gotten to know each other.
Yes.
And if you don't know, which you obviously should, that Marianna has launched her first product, which is called Summer Fridays, like also
Yes.
the cutest name ever.
Thank you.
So I want to talk a little bit about, May is Entrepreneurial Month, so I want to get a little bit about Marianna's background and, you know, kind of the story behind launching Summer Fridays, and then I'll have a few other questions for you, but let's hear, yeah.
So I've been a blogger for a few years, and it really came from, I went to school for broadcast journalism. I wanted to grow up to be Oprah. I thought the only way that I could share things that I was like obsessed with and that I loved with an audience was to be on TV. So I finished school, was working in entertainment, didn't like entertainment news, switched over to beauty and fashion, and I loved it. And I found that when I was sharing stuff, it's different when you work for an editorial site than if you work for yourself.
Right.
So you have to pitch stuff to your boss. So it wasn't really content that I necessarily personally wanted to share, but the viewers were asking me, instead of what I was talking about in the news, they were like, what's your outfit? How did you do your hair and makeup today? To interview people, so it became more about me.
Right.
So then I kind of segued that into being an influencer and YouTuber, and then I finally got to do what I always wanted to do, was just on the internet instead of TV.
Right. Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah. So it's like, it's so fun because it's all the things I wanted to be when I grew up, but I just didn't know it was going to be on that platform.
Right.
And I was just always obsessed with beauty. I was such a product junkie. My parents used to take me to like the makeup counter when I was a kid to show me like what products to buy. They would have the ladies at the counter show me how to use them.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
So ever since I was young, I was really like obsessed with buying product, and then just kind of turned into my job.
I mean, I have like a similar trajectory, I feel like, where, you know, I was absolutely obsessed as a kid. Didn't necessarily know like when I was starting my first startup or what that it was going to turn into kind of me as like the center of like the brand. And how did you know, like when did you decide to kind of leave your the job that you were working at, that you know what I mean? Like obviously people were interested in what you like, your whole, the beauty looks, the fashion, everything, but like when did it really click to you? You're like, okay, this is something that I could really like do on my own.
I was working there for a few years. It was like a salary normal, like Monday to Friday job, and honestly my hours were really crazy because we're on the West Coast. So I would have to be at work at like 4:30 or 5 every day because it's already late here.
Right.
And film my content and get it up. So the hours were just getting like super, like I didn't go to dinner with my friends for 2 years because I had to be in bed at 8 o'clock every day.
Right.
And then Instagram started kind of getting big at that time. Really the only people were like Sincerely Jules, Ami Song, but there was other Instagrammers starting to come up, and it was like the time of, remember the popular page, how you'd get on the popular page and get like 1,000 followers, like whenever you'd make it. So I started getting a lot of followers by having my pictures up from work.
Okay.
And then I started getting brands being like, oh, can we pay you to post this thing? I'm like, yeah, you can. Like, this is so easy. So then once I started making enough money just on sponsored Instagram content, I was like, let me turn this into a business. And I think from working as a host, I already knew everything about how to create content, write stories, produce my videos.
Right.
So I just easily could translate that. And then it was like an easy transition for me. And then I was already making money being an influencer.
So smart. There you go, people. If you didn't think that it was like a formula, it is a formula, but it does take work. I mean,
it's definitely a full-time job. Like, you know, like I think about whenever someone posts a picture on Instagram that's also like a fellow influencer, I know how much work I put into just one image. So I know how much work they did too. Like, people I think don't realize, we talk about it now, but one video, one picture, even a story, like I remember when you were doing like the produced stories, it's so much work that goes into something, and people
1000%.
have no idea. So it is a real job. Like, you're a videographer, a producer, a writer, the model, the stylist, the chef,
the creative director, the whole thing.
You wear so many titles and you're such a small team. So it's the same as being an editorial site or a news site, but with a handful of people.
Exactly. That's such a great way of putting it. Like, you really do wear so many hats, and you really do have to like, I think it's much easier to be able to have your own, like to have the skill yourself to be able to edit and do all the things because I think, it costs more money to rely on outsourcing that type of stuff. And ultimately, it's your vision. You know exactly what you want it to look like.
Well, because with us, because our brand is ourselves, there's only so much that you can kind of delegate to other people. So you still have to be in the picture. You still have to be in the video. It's still your tone on the site. So even if we want to delegate, we can't really delegate that much.
Totally.
But it's fun because I feel like it gives us so many skills that we can then into other brands or companies
and
or
translate
jobs.
into other verticals as well, considering like the fact that you just launched Summer Fridays.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about like the inspiration behind Summer Fridays and some of like, maybe let's first start with the inspiration behind it and then we can go into like some things that to avoid when starting a new brand.
Okay. So the inspiration really came from, you're the same way, I'm sure. Every day it's like living in a UPS store. We get so many packages, boxes and stuff, and every time I would open stuff, first of all, I was really overwhelmed as a consumer. When I open something and there's 10 products, I just don't even know which one to try because there's too many options. Products were either really effective, but they had bad ingredients that I didn't want to put on my skin. I have really sensitive skin, so I can't use anything with artificial dyes or fragrances.
Okay.
I can't use anything that's going to clog my pores because I like instantly break out. Or a product would be so clean that it wasn't effective and it didn't do anything for me.
Right.
So really Summer Fridays, Lauren is my partner, my co-founder. We really created this because we wanted a clean product that was really effective, that still came in cool, cute packaging, because you can be a clean skincare brand and not seem so natural, because that doesn't, just because you're a clean brand doesn't mean you have to like scream that you're clean and all that.
We're in the age where clean beauty can be luxurious. It doesn't need to be crunchy and like hippie.
Exactly. So we really wanted to kind of like fit in that space, and then because as influencers we were so overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that we get, we wanted to launch with one product because it's just easier to concentrate on one thing. And honestly, as an indie brand, it's more easy for us to manage with just one product at the beginning. So Lauren was pregnant when we were formulating, and then I'm always on the go. I mean, I took a red eye here today. So jet lag mask really fit our lifestyle. She's a new mom. She's jet lagged because she's up in the middle of the night with the baby. I'm jet lagged because I'm flying all over the place and I have just tired, dry, exhausted skin. So that's really where that mask came from.
Amazing.
And then you're an East Coast girl, so you know Summer Fridays.
Totally.
So it's like you look forward to Summer Fridays all year long and that feeling. So we really think self-care is a necessity, not a luxury. So you should give yourself that Summer Friday feeling all the time.
I mean, that is so smart.
So whether it's like doing yoga or meditating or just reading or like turning your phone off for an hour or doing a face mask, whatever makes you feel good is like really what the brand is about.
I love it. And it really, like, I feel like you have such an extension of where you guys are going. Like, obviously you're starting with one product, but like, I am sure that you guys have such big plans for your, like, the rest of your product line, what it's going to look like. I'm very excited to hear about it.
It's going to be really good. I think you'll love it.
I can't wait. So when you were formulating, did you obviously like have some sort of idea of what you wanted the formula to kind of be based off of it, but you wanted to have X, Y, and Z ingredients included, and did you just kind of go back and forth with the manufacturer? And how did you also like find the manufacturers?
So we talked to a lot of labs, and we ended up picking someone that only specializes in natural and organic product. So instead of going to a lab and trying to get them to make something clean, we already went somewhere that really knew clean products, because I don't know anything about formulating products, but I can tell you what I really like. I can tell you what I don't want in it. And so that really was where we started from. So since Lauren was pregnant when we formulated, she couldn't put anything on her skin. Because it wasn't safe for her baby to use. So basically nothing worked, because she was like putting stuff on her skin and she was like, it's great, but it's not actually doing anything. So when we formulated, she was really good at testing them, because she's like, okay, I feel safe enough to put this on my skin while I'm pregnant, but it's also actually working. And then we had like an absolute no list of things we didn't want to include. So we made sure when we formulated, none of those things were in them. So it's also vegan. So a lot of products have cholesterol. Cholesterol is from animals. We use like a semi-synthetic vegetable-derived cholesterol, so that it gives you that feeling of that on your skin, but it's still vegan. So those things were really important to us, and like not testing on animals. So basically being an influencer, I feel like when you post something, people probably ask you, is this vegan? Is this cruelty-free? Does this have fragrance? we took all that and made like our own focus group,
Right.
and then just made something everyone was already asking us for.
I mean, there you go. Which is kind of the way that I've been thinking about product as well.
Yeah.
Which, you know, we're definitely like on the back burner, like working on. But it's really kind of amazing what the power of your audience and listening to them and hearing what they want.
Yeah.
Because essentially they are the built-in focus group.
Exactly.
And like you've got basically, you know, you've got everyone telling you exactly what they want. And it's like, okay, great. Like I'm going to make it for you.
Exactly. So it's like for us in the future, what we really want to do is crowdsource our products. So we want to make what they're asking for.
Exactly.
So a lot of people have been asking for a handful of things that wasn't really on our radar to work on anytime soon. But because so many people have asked, we're like, this is what they want.
So now we've started.
So now we've started formulating those because it's like obviously we want to make what they want.
Right.
So if so many people really want this specific thing, then that's what we're gonna do.
It's so funny when you say that like that because I actually, like for instance, I have things that are on my radar and I realize that some of them are completely different than what my audience is talking about. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, clearly I'm not gonna launch for something that like, it's like unheard of to my audience. Like I wanna give my audience what they want.
Exactly.
And it's interesting because, you know, it's true, you've got a list of all the things that you would never touch. And I think that's also why your product is going to do so well is because people really trust you and people believe you because you are the guinea pig. Like me, like we try everything and we are honest in our opinion. And I think that really kind of gives us a leg up in terms of what we're
because I feel
putting
like
out
we've
there.
really tried so many things. And I always say with Summer Fridays, like we're here to complement your skincare routine, not compete with it.
Right.
So I naturally use other brands. We only have one product. So of course I use other brand of cleansers and eye cream and SPF and all this other stuff. So we just show you how to use it with everything else.
Right.
So it's not overly complicated.
Totally.
And so it's not like, it's so unnatural to be like only use one skincare brand. So
1000%.
we want to show how it
Completely
works
agree.
with everything else.
And I think that's also part of like the fun of being the beauty consumer is the fact that we want we want one product from every brand because we want on our shelf to like be like, okay, we've got, you know, the P50, we've got the Summer Fridays, we've got the Glossier, you know, that's like what a beauty enthusiast dream is. So I think you're really playing into that so well.
And I just love other products. So like I could get it for free because I could just ask the PR, but I just love shopping and going. Like I went to Goop the other day at Brentwood.
Me too. I'm obsessed.
And I'm like walking around the store buying stuff, or I'm in Sephora and I'm like leaving with like a $500 little bag.
I know.
But I just like love going in and trying new stuff and trying new things.
Me
and
too.
like seeing what I like and don't like. And sometimes I'm surprised. I'm like, oh my God, I'm obsessed with this product. It's like way better than I anticipated.
Right.
And other times I try stuff and I'm like,
I know. I completely feel you on that. Sometimes I like have like really terrible reactions to things because my skin is also very sensitive, like yours. And I try so many different products all the time.
Yeah.
But when I do find the things that work, they become like a cult favorite, and I like can't stop talking about them.
Yeah.
And I can't stop using them.
I
and
can't
then
live without them.
Literally, and they become like a die hard until like 6 months later, and then you find something else that you're like obsessed with, and then but then I kind of feel like I always know what can be on the back burner, and like I can go back to that product because I know my skin was great with it.
Because sometimes I forget, like I'll get new things and I get so excited that I forget to use them, and then I'll see it on my counter and I use it and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot how much I loved this one thing. So I always like go back to some of like my favorite.
Totally. Okay, I was also very pleasantly surprised with the amount of, so basically like when I'm using Summer Fridays, I'm like only putting like a pea size under each eye.
Yeah.
But considering your packaging, I feel like I'm getting the most bang for my buck with the amount of, I feel like
you get a lot.
Like, I feel like it's gonna last me a year.
No, some people like, so this is the size of the tube, and a lot of masks are less than half this size.
Yeah.
So you get a lot for this, but it's still TSA friendly. So we wanted it under 3 ounces so you could put it on your bag, so you could jet lag mask on the plane or whatever it was. But depending how little or how much you use, like I could use this tube morning and night every day for like 2 months and be fine.
Right.
Some people love a lot, but then other people, they love it as like a hand cream or they put on like
really?
other parts of their body so they run out of it fast.
Okay.
But people have used it on under their eye, on their lips, on their hands, like literally like anywhere you could think of, they're like obsessed with it.
Okay, amazing.
But I love it under the eye. Like it's so cooling and refreshing and plumping.
It's awesome. And you know what? It doesn't leave like a weird residue, like anything.
The only thing that's in there that some people notice is like a pilling, and that's because because we have chestnut extract, which lightly exfoliates, which is what makes it more of a mask than a moisturizer.
Okay.
So you're really good with your skincare, but if someone has dry skin and they put it on, they'll notice a little bit of skin exfoliating.
Okay.
But that exfoliates, and then the rest of the ingredients can soak into your skin, so the product works better.
Right.
But if people are like, oh, I have a little bit of peeling, like, is this the product? And I'm like, no, it's actually just your skin.
Wow.
But because you're not feeling like a grit, like a traditional exfoliator,
Right.
you're not really feeling it exfoliate. But
Got
it's
it.
super light.
Okay, amazing.
So
Well,
people notice that.
because I never really put it on in the morning. I normally put it on at night. So in the morning, I'll just like, rinse my face with water. Which actually I want to know, do you wash your face in the morning?
So I wash my face in the morning. So it's confusing because there's so many ways to use it. So people use it as an overnight mask. Then in the morning, you can just do your morning routine, rinse off, whatever. If you're wearing it underneath makeup, you can apply it to your skin. So what I like to do is I put it under my eye, let it soak in. I'll do my eye makeup, my brows. Then I take like a towel and just like wipe off the excess.
Got it.
And then pat the rest into my skin.
Got it.
And then it makes it super dewy and hydrating, and then all these little fine lines plump up.
Okay.
Concealer wears better.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try it before
try it.
doing my makeup. That sounds incredible.
Try it sometime.
Okay, also, like because Marianna is like one of my favorite beauty girls ever, I wanted to know what is in your travel bag. She just got off a red eye, so I was like, can you bring over your
I have like my real
toiletries?
bag with me. So obviously jet lag mask, we just talked about this. You can get this on summerfridays.com and Sephora. International, it's at Cult Beauty, which basically sells like everywhere in the world, but they're based in the UK.
Cool.
Another thing that I really love.
That also quickly reminds me though, what was it like choosing a retail partner? So obviously Sephora is amazing, but like how did you decide like Sephora is gonna be like the one place that we're gonna launch with?
I love so many retailers, so there's nothing like wrong with other ones, but it was just that we thought it was the best fit for us to launch with. I personally, that's where I shop for beauty. That's when I'm going somewhere. I mean, they have so many locations and so many stores. It's great because we live in major cities, but you have to think of the rest of America and Canada. A lot of people don't live in a major city.
Right.
And a lot of those places have Sephoras, or they have Sephoras in the mall, or they have Sephoras in JCPenney.
Right.
So there's so much access to Sephora across the country
that
in major cities, we're lucky. We can go to luxury retailers, Barney's, Neiman, Saks, whatever it is, but everywhere else doesn't really have that.
Totally.
And I think people and consumers really trust Sephora as the go-to beauty retailer.
And you want your brand to feel accessible.
Exactly. So it's like, of course you can go just the direct-to-consumer route.
Right.
I have a big audience, but Sephora has a bigger audience. So there's so many more people outside of just the people who follow me that Sephora can reach. And it's been really great partnering with them because they know so much about building a brand and beauty and retail and the space and what works and what doesn't work.
Right.
And then we knew a lot from being influencers, how to market a product, what people really resonated with.
Yeah.
And then I've worked on sponsored content with Sephora ever since I started my blog. So I've worked with them on their new product launches. I've hosted events for them. So already I'd been working with them.
Right.
So it just seemed like a natural fit.
Amazing.
And then I I have so many VIB Rouge points. Like,
oh my
it's
God.
crazy.
Wait, I went the other day and I must have like 10,000 points.
Yeah.
They all were 0 because they expired last year.
Really?
And I was like, wait,
I didn't
since
even
when
know
did
they
they
expired.
expired?
I didn't even know that. I should
Sephora.
spend mine. Because I have mine and I'm like saving them for like good things.
That's what I was doing too. Nope, gone.
I'm obsessed with like anything mini. So like if something comes in a mini size, I just like want it and I don't even know why. Like I could just go buy a travel size container and put it in there. So I save my points for like good minis because I like
That's
to
so
have
smart.
them on the plane or whatever.
Yes.
There was one mini I really wanted and they were like out of it. It was like a little lip mask.
Okay.
And now I'm like, okay, they were like, no, everyone used their points to get this one.
Oh
So,
my
but
God.
mini everything is like so cute.
It is so cute.
I'm
And
obsessed with that.
that's actually a really good like product like point out.
So I have two things to show you.
I'm obsessed. Okay, so this is the Nurse Jamie.
Yeah, that's the Nurse Jamie roller, and this one is called Rifa. It's from Derm Store. So these are different but similar. So this one has 24 little like nodules on here, and then the metal on here is really cooling. So if you feel it on your skin,
Oof.
it's more of like a roller, and it really helps massage your face. You can use this on your neck also.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with this one. I use this all the time. I use a combination of both. This one is really cool because if you see the panel on the front, this is a little solar panel.
Oh, wow.
So you can put it in either natural light or artificial light, and then it gives it little microcurrents.
Oh, wow.
So when you're rolling out your skin, it gives you like a little bit extra
Okay.
versus like a traditional roller.
Okay, so tell me, so this is like rolling out the fascia in your face.
Yes.
And that's like contouring your face?
Yeah, this is, so when you feel it, like if you feel it like almost hugs onto and
Oh my
grabs
God,
your
yeah.
muscles. So I love how this feels. Sorry,
No,
I don't know if I was
love
doing that too hard. I do this really here. I don't
Yeah.
want to mess up my makeup, but I love it in this area because it really like pulls the muscles in my cheeks.
you have amazing cheekbones.
I
so
like,
I'm like
literally, I wake up in the morning, I keep this next to my bed, and like my eyes are barely open, and I'm like rolling under my eyes because it just feels so good. And because of little micro currents, it's so subtle, but you're getting like a little bit extra. And like I didn't even actually know that it did that because I'm not like one to really read instructions. I just like throw it away. And then Tina Craig, Bag Snob, she posted about she was recharging it, and I was like, what? I didn't even know that it did that.
Oh my God.
So now I leave it in the sun, and you can just see here where it like recharges.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's like an added benefit to it.
I feel like I have one of these, and I haven't used it yet, so now I'm like,
now
oh
you
my
know.
God.
So just leave it like on your roof or whatever.
Okay.
And then this one I love because the metal here has like a little bit of a cooling to it. So
Yeah.
I like this here on this area also.
Do you think it helps with like a double
yeah,
chin
so
situation?
sometimes I'll just like watch TV, and I'm just like watching TV and rolling out my chin.
Okay.
And then here I like for this area. So you could really do like both if you want.
Okay.
Like want it to be like extra.
Because I see people like using this to like wake up their skin all the time, but I wonder like if it's like what exactly it's doing, and like do you always have to like go upwards?
So this one, I always go up because I feel like when it goes down, it's like pooling on the skin because it gets so tight.
Right.
This one, I feel like I can roll back and forth. On Nurse Jamie, she does show how you can roll both ways with it and then use it on your neck too. She has this like silicone neck pad.
Oh, wow.
You can use any cream you want and put it on, but you know we have tech neck. We have this like line on our neck from looking down at our phone and computer all day.
Oh.
So she uses
Tech neck.
Yeah,
That's a
tech
thing.
neck. So she uses a serum or a lotion or whatever, put the silicone pad on, and then roll out your neck. You'll take it off. It'll just help absorb all the product, and then the line will be gone.
Oh,
it's
wow.
crazy.
That's amazing.
You should try it.
Do I have a line?
We all have lines,
God.
unfortunately.
You don't have a line.
No, I have a line. It's there. It exists, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And now like my wrist is starting to hurt from being on my phone all the time. It's
terrible.
like it's the worst. Other things that I love, I'm a big essential oil fan.
Oh, really?
This is I love my minis. This is a pillow sleep spray. It's just a lavender spray.
Oh, I love this brand.
Don't smell it right now because I don't want you to fall asleep.
Okay.
But I spray it on my pillow because especially like I'm in New York. If it's 10 o'clock here, it's only 7 o'clock in LA, but I need to go to bed. So I'll spray it and like, I swear in seconds, I'm like so relaxed and asleep.
Really?
I love this. And you could take this on the plane too because it's really small so you can spray it all over your seat and fall asleep.
God, this is amazing. Okay,
Get the mini one of this. And then this is the opposite. This is from Goop. I just got this. It's an altitude oil.
I love this brand.
It's so good. You can smell this one. It like really is refreshing and like awakening, and then sometimes I get a little bit nauseous in like cars or like just in transit in general. It's just like physically exhausting. I think sometimes like I think people think travel is fun, but the actual like part of travel of getting somewhere is not really fun. There's like lots of people and things going on and just like air and all that. So I love to just like put this under my nose, take a deep breath, and like I just feel so like refreshed and awake afterwards.
Oh my God, it's so cute. And this brand is amazing. I actually had a facial, like an
Their facial
acupuncture.
oil.
I had like a session with the founder.
Oh, no way.
And she was amazing. She did like some facial acupuncture with me as well.
wow.
I mean, I literally felt like I was like lifting off the table after.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Is it in New York?
I think she's actually based in London, and she just
Oh,
happened to be
interesting.
traveling to New York.
I hadn't heard of this brand before, but I saw it at Goop, and I love how Goop curates beauty products.
Yeah.
They have a really great selection. They don't have like they have like a store in Brentwood.
Yeah,
So they don't
I've
have
heard about it. I haven't
ton
been.
of stuff, but they have really great curated items. And I was like walking around, I picked up like a charcoal toothbrush. I got this.
Cute.
I got like a charcoal like body loofah thing.
Oh, amazing.
I use that. I feel like extra soft today.
Do you,
so.
oh, really? Oh, your skin feels amazing. Do you ever dry brush?
So I dry brush, but I don't love it. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or like the brush is really rough.
I know, I feel
but
like
I do it and I feel like
it hurts.
Yeah, like it hurts a little bit. So I'm like carefully doing it, but I do it on my legs. But once I get to like my stomach and my chest, I feel like it's like really sensitive.
Yeah, I hear you on that. You know what's interesting about the cupping, which we were kind of talking about earlier, we haven't mentioned it on camera yet, but because I've been doing these facial cuppings, but when I bought my set online, off of Amazon, like one of the cups was like a larger cup that I think was like way too large for my face. And when I kind of like looked back at the like description online, and it says like you can like really use it for your legs.
Oh, interesting.
So I kind of want to try using the cupping for your
Well,
legs.
they
like,
have this one in giant for your body.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's this, but the balls are like this big, and you can use it on your arms and your legs.
Oh,
so it's
wow.
probably almost too like rolling out after you work out.
Interesting.
But I could imagine if if it grabs onto your muscle like this does, it probably feels really good.
It sounds like it would
I
feel
need to order the big one, but it's like, it's this but giant.
Because New Face put out a body one.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like for me, I love that this is like solar panels. So basically you don't have to charge, because it's like the worst, you're like ready to do it and then it's like not charged.
Totally. And also we were talking about this a little bit earlier, like I don't love like all like the conductor.
Yeah, the gels and everything.
Gels.
I prefer to use like my own skincare products that I know I love.
Right.
That I can partner with something. So like this, like Nurse Jamie's like, use whatever you want. Like anything that you like, you can use it and then just use the tool. So I like when I can like mix and match my own product with stuff, just because I'm super particular about what I want to put on my skin.
Girl after my own heart.
And then like on my body, I can only use basically like CeraVe lotions, because I can't use anything with scent. Because I'll just like get like a break, like I just get like allergic reaction.
What about with essential oils in it?
Essential oils are okay. So those I can use.
I feel like I have a body product for you that you're gonna love.
Oh, cool.
It's from True Botanicals. They just put out like it's like a body mask. You put it on and then you rinse it off and then you put the body oil on, and it's amazing.
Really good.
Yeah.
I love body oils.
This body oil is like fabulous. Actually, I have 2 body oils. Another one from this company called Mun, M-U-N. I met her. She's a makeup artist. I met her on set for a shoot like 3 years ago, and I kind of fell in love with her. And she was like so sweet and so smart and knowledgeable about products and everything, and I was very skeptical when it came to oils, specifically face oils, because I got really nervous. It also took me when I got out of college, like I had really bad skin, and it took me like a full year to really get my skin under control. So I was very anal about what I was putting on my skin, and this woman put on face oil all of a sudden, and I was like, oh my God. And I swear, my skin the next day, I was like, oh my God, this product.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
I think people are really afraid of face oils, and especially people with oily skin. They're like, well, I don't want to put oil on oily skin. But oils are really great. You just have to find the right ones for you.
Exactly.
Because there's different like levels of oil, so they become like a number like 1 to 4 of like how thick they are and how heavy they are on your skin. So you want something that has like a 1. So like the essential oils that we use in here, which give it like the natural fragrance instead of using artificial dyes and fragrance, it's low on the scale, so it's not going to clog your pores. So as long as you're using the right ones for your skin, I always do like a little patch test.
Yeah.
A good way is like wherever the pores are the largest, do like a little patch test there and see if they're clogged the next day. And that's a good way to test.
That's a great way. I mean, you like don't even have pores.
I'm just wearing makeup. Okay, other products I have, I'll show you the last 2. So I'm always really dry, so I'm on the plane. I just have this cuticle oil.
Oh my God, don't even look at my hands. I ripped off my nails. I can't even talk about it.
You need May.
It's really sad. I'm seeing her tomorrow.
You guys do the cutest nails, and May is just like the cutest person.
Is she not the cutest
person? Oh my gosh,
person?
we were watching Catfish one time, and her commentary, I was like dying. She was like, she'd never seen it before, so she didn't know the concept of the show. And she was like, what? They were talking for 3 years and they've never met? She was like...
mind blown.
Yeah. But I like love her like genuine reactions to everything. She's so cute.
She's literally the best person
And then she's
ever.
like so good at her job too.
I know, it's insane.
She's so creative.
She's always pushing the boundary.
She's so good. What are you getting on your nails tomorrow?
I don't know. I need to figure it out. We're going on vacation, so
Oh, cute. Where are you going?
We're going to Sri Lanka.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so I like need to figure out first of all like the shape that I want.
Yeah.
Because I need to get like actual like whatchamacallit, like extension put on. So I got to figure out that, and then like I don't know, maybe like fun color or like design or crystals. You know, she's
cute.
like next thing you know, if I like say like May, it's up to you. I'll have like things dangling from my nails, so like I can't give her like too much free rein.
Right. She's so cute. Okay, so nail oil, or cuticle oil, I love this. And another one is a lip oil. This is just from Ulta. Honestly, Noonie is the brand.
This is really pretty packaging.
It's really inexpensive too. I want to say it's just a couple bucks for this lip oil, but I love lip oils. I get so dry on the plane. Like,
me too.
My cuticles, my lips, my skin, just everything.
Oh, it's like oh, this is really cute.
And I love this lip oil. I got this one from Ulta.
Okay, cool.
And the same brand has like an overnight lip mask that's really good. It's super hydrating.
Okay.
So these are really good because I hate being dry on the plane, especially for your long flights.
Yes.
You really need to like
I mean, I'm literally
hydrate
going on
everything.
like a 24-hour flight, which is insane.
Crazy.
Okay, well, Marianna's got a lot of appointments. She's only in town for 24 hours, so that's the end of this. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to more HBFIT TV. Follow Marianna Hewitt. You have to. Summer Fridays as well. If you haven't gotten it, go to Sephora or summerfridays.com. And thank you so much.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Bye.